صباح الخير من امباسادرز كورنر. انا جوال برحب فيكم وين ما كنتوا عم بترافقونا اليوم على شاشه او تي في. بيسعدني بهالمناسبه اليوم رحب بسفيره فنلندا السيده آن ميسكانين. هو منتا.
صباح الخير.
صباح الخير امباسادور آن ميسكانين سفيره فنلندا في لبنان. I have a question. Why do you prefer that I address you only Madame Anne, Ambassador Anne, and not Your Excellency?
Merci, Joël, and thank you so much for having me. You know that ambassadors in my country, in Finland, we are civil servants. And it's a normal work. And you know that here in Lebanon, we work a lot with ordinary people. And I think that when I act like being one of them, it's easier also for them to act with me, and it's easier for us to work together. And I think that you know, these kind of His Excellencies, Her Excellencies, they go very well with royals, yes, but not with ordinary person like me. But of course, Joël, please note that I only speak for myself. Sure. I don't speak for the other ambassadors, sure, and I don't even speak for the other Finnish ambassadors. Of course. I just speak about Anne. And you know me very well. You know that I'm very outspoken. And when you are so outspoken, I mean, not to be here.
Since
Her
you are
Excellency.
Speaking about yourself only, who is Ambassador Anne briefly, please?
I mean, Ambassador Anne has a career that extends almost for 30 years. Before coming to Lebanon, I was working in Iraq for the European Union. Before that, I was the Finnish ambassador in Afghanistan. Before that, I was in Kosovo. And before that, I was in Syria, where at that time we had the embassy covering 4 countries: Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Iraq. And before that, I was 4 years in our mission to the UN, and my first posting was in post-Ceausescu, Romania.
Very impressive. You visited Lebanon in the previous times, touching back to history. During which year?
I started to come to Lebanon, to this beautiful country, in 1992. Amazing. So it was just after the civil war. And I fall in love. I fall in love with this country. And since 92, I have been here every single summer, at least 2 or 3 weeks for holidays as a solo female traveler. And now, of course, it's my utmost pleasure to serve here as a Finnish ambassador.
Finland has been contributing to the UNIFIL through the Finnish Battalion. Tell us more about the Finnish Battalion in south of Lebanon, and what are the insights that you can share in this regard?
I mean, first of all, I would like to say that I just visited them 2 days ago on Monday. And Joel, actually now there is no Finnish battalion anymore.
Yes.
So we have 200 troops in the south, and they are part of Force Commanders Reserve. Mm-hmm. And together with France, who is a leading nation, we form this Force Commanders Reserve, and it's a kind of rapid action force that belongs to the Force Commander.
Emergency? When you say rapid, it's emergency?
No, I mean, it's a kind of quick reaction force, meaning that when Force Commander has special needs, or when the operation has special needs, this reserve is sort of kind of called in.
Well understood.
And it's a very special force because first of all they are operating everywhere in UNIFIL's area of operation, so they are not just fixed for certain sectors like the other contingents. Mm-hmm. And let me also sort of underline that our cooperation with French soldiers is excellent. In the beginning there was some language problems, but not anymore. And I have to say that actually now the work that they are doing in the southern part of your country, it is amazing. Wow. And it is a peacekeeping force that is really needed. And you know very well that actually now what is the main sort of the priority for them is, of course, to follow the implementation of the ceasefire agreement. Mm-hmm. Within the Security Council Resolution 1701, and of course they are also cooperating closely with the Lebanese armed forces.
Yes.
And I have also
approximate number, Ambassador Anne. How many are they?
How many? I mean, for Finland we have 200, and 14 of those 200 are female
A very big
peacekeepers.
number.
Yeah,
And
we have been here since more than 4 decades. So that really kind of shows how committed Finland is for stability of Lebanon.
From this platform, I would like to extend, and would be honored to extend, my warm regards to them.
I will be going there again next week, so I'm sure that I will say bonjour for them on your part. Don't worry, Joelle.
Thank you so much. How is Finland, its long-term involvement with UNIFIL shaped its relationship with the local communities in the south?
I have to say that always when I go to the south, I'm very happy because Finns are very well known there. As I just mentioned, Finnish soldiers are there since 43 years. And I guess also that one very important reason is that there is a cooperation called CIMIC, and that means that our UNIFIL peacekeepers are also working with local communities. And it is especially important now, after the war, when there is so much to do in the field of reconstruction.
Definitely.
And what the Finns are doing with the local communities, for example, now there has been small reparation projects related especially to schools, because we all know how important it is that kids can go to schools. So these kind of small-scale reconstruction projects.
Reintegration plans and programs, huh?
Yeah, and also what is important to note is that our peacekeepers also give training sessions. So they give training sessions to kids, for example, in the field of sports, and then some female peacekeepers are having awareness-raising sessions with local ladies, and that is, of course, extremely well appreciated. Also, let me mention that, okay, we are involved with the civilians, but we are also, I mean, our peacekeepers are also involved with Lebanese armed forces, and that form of cooperation is called MIMIC, military cooperation, and that is also something that I'm extremely proud.
Of course, we are all proud of such activities that are really tremendous, and especially to Lebanon. And thank you to Finland, because they are really doing a lot of things for us. Thank you so much. The Embassy of Finland is collaborating and liaising through its project with international organizations. Tell us more, Excellency. Not Excellency.
Yeah, Joelle, Anne. Yeah, I mean, here in Lebanon, we mainly work with UN agencies. And when it comes to UNICEF, we are, of course, involved with kids' education. And first, first of all, let me say that when it comes to our programs, so we work with the most vulnerable segments of the society. As I always say, we want to help those who are poor and oppressed. So with UNICEF, of course, it is related to education. Another important agency with whom we are working is, of course, UNHCR. And in this, I would like to underline that we are supporting the local communities so that there are no misunderstandings. Our help goes to vulnerable local hosting communities, communities who are hosting refugees.
And what are the key focus areas in your work? Tell us more.
I mean, of course, as I said, UNICEF, it's education.
Okay.
And then when UNHCR, it is to help the hosting refugee communities, meaning hosting Lebanese communities. Okay. And then, of course, when we speak about Finland, you can never, ever forget UN Women. So we are very involved with UN Women, and of course, that is the gender work. We are involved with the work that goes with Resolution 1325, Women, Peace and Security, very, very important. And Lebanon has made good progress. And then what is also important, 1.5 years ago, we established Women Peace Building Network. And that is very close to my heart because by myself, I belong to the Nordic Women Peace Building Network. And peace building, it's a topic that is really, really needed in Lebanon. And then there is another flagship project also related to gender equality that all Nordic countries are involved. We are working together with the famous Asfari Institute. And when it comes to that specific program, the focus is, of course, how we can advance women's political participation and how we can support women's economic empowerment. So you see that the scale is quite big.
Definitely.
And we are very...
a lot of work to do.
But listen, I mean, we are here to work.
Sure,
we are here to help Lebanese.
Sure.
And especially, I mean, of course, you know, I have been doing gender work since, oh my God, since more than 40 years, very close to my heart.
How is Finland having or has a strong commitment with gender equality?
I mean, Joelle, let me say that when it comes to gender equality, gender issues are mainstreamed in every single activity that we are doing here. What we are doing here, what we are doing all over the world, all over the world. So it is mainstreaming is the world. And let me just say that now in this situation where Lebanon is right now, there was a war, and now it's time to reconstruct the country. I would really like to underline the importance that women has to be involved. It is a pity that very often women are seen as victims. But yes, they are also victims when it's the conflict. But women are also those ones who were in the front line, who were actively involved. And now, when it's time to reconstruct the country, when there are all kind of negotiations created, how to enforce the peace, women has to be part of that process.
Definitely.
And that is also something that we want to be involved, and we have already been involved.
Could you elaborate on types of partnership that you are maintaining when it comes to your being, or the Embassy of Finland being actively engaged with Lebanese NGOs?
Yeah, we have the embassy has a tool that is called Local Cooperation Fund, and actually we just had a call recently. It's an excellent tool because, I mean, as you mentioned, then we can really work in grassroots level and with local NGOs. When it comes to the priority areas, of course, the priorities are the same than are the priorities of Finnish foreign policy. Women and girls, minorities, and let's say so, transitional justice, and that's more or less the main areas where we work when it comes to the local NGOs.
Tell us more about Finland's engagement with the Palestinian refugee issue today in Lebanon, kindly.
I mean, first of all, you know very well that Finland is supporting UNRWA since very long time, and UNRWA is doing an extremely important work, not only, of course, here in Lebanon, but in those countries where it has the mandate. But when it comes to the embassy, I mean, we have a very strong local partner, Beit Atfal Assumud, and last year we had a program with them in one of the Palestinian camps in the south. It was mainly related to the vocal training, and of course you can understand that for the Palestinian youth, vocal training is desperately needed.
Definitely.
But then we have just started. And I'm also very proud of our most recent program. It is called Azima, and it is a program where Finnish specialists do train those trainers who are working in different Palestinian camps. It is a program for 4 years, and as I said, we have just started, and it is run by the Finnish psychologist. So it is a kind of very nice addition to our traditional package.
This is amazing. You had a very high-level visit. Can you tell us more about it and how Finland is today, its role evolving in Lebanon?
I mean, yes, I'm very happy with this question. So merci bien, Joelle. Yes, we had our foreign minister, Miss Elina Valtonen, was in Lebanon on Monday, and then on Tuesday we were in Urdun in Jordan, and I was extremely happy because it's the first visit of Finnish foreign minister since 2012. And so what did we do here in Lebanon? Of course, first we started from the south. We met with General Lazaro, of course, the commander of UNIFIL, and then of course the most important thing was to go and see and speak to the Finnish peacekeepers in our position, Deir Kifa. After that, we had an honor to meet with the Lebanese president, and that was an excellent meeting. So it was a kind of busy day, full day. Next day, we traveled to Jordan, and there also full program.
Yes, yes.
We met with, of course, with the foreign minister Safadi. We met with His Majesty. We went one of the refugee camps, one of centers that Finland is supporting called Oasis Center. And then, of course, we met with different heads of UN agencies, UNHCR, UNRWA. It was another full day, but I'm extremely happy because it is also important to have high-level visits. I hope to see and that's, of course, we extended the invitation to your president. So it would be great also to have Lebanese high-level officers and ministers in Finland. But this is how we can really deepen our relations. And of course, very many new ideas are now on the table, and now we just have to implement all those new ideas that came out during the visit.
And the exchange of ideas and visits and official visits is very important. Are there a lot of official visits going on now from Lebanon to Finland and vice versa?
Unfortunately not. But I mean, of course, you have to bear in mind that for 2 years there was no president, and also it was only a technocrat government. Yes. So now when there is a kind of new start in Lebanon, and I'm very proud of that, I also think that it was a nice sign from Finlanda that we came and we gave support to your president, to your government. It's a new start, and you know, we can only deepen our relations, and it's also a good possibility to go forward.
Sure thing. Finland is a global leader in clean technology and innovative solutions. Can you share some insights about it?
Yeah, I mean, that is exactly, you know, when we think that how we could enhance trade relations between Lebanon and Finland. Trade relations are, yeah, there is a need to have more trade between the two countries, and of course we are also happy that Lebanon is now in the phase that all kind of reforms are supposed to be implemented so that your economy can grow, and really that there is a possibility for exchange of trade. And definitely when it comes to clean tech, when it comes to green solutions, also when it comes to digitalization, Finland is a country that has a lot of solutions. And I think that the first step could be that, for example, there is a delegation coming from Finland, or there is a delegation going to Finland from Lebanon to kind of study what is available. But definitely, I mean, you need green solutions. I mean, this country badly needs clean tech. You need green solutions. You need sustainable solutions.
By the way, I love Finland. I've been there. It's very clean. It's very green. It's very beautiful. The climate is amazing. Dear Ambassador Anne, you started to provide consular services from the month of May. Can you tell us more about such consular services?
Yeah, I mean, I'm extremely happy that finally we are giving consular services, because consular services are a kind of normal tool when it comes to the functioning of an embassy. Okay, why we didn't have them for a long time? The reason was that once when we evacuated from when the embassy was in Syria, and when they evacuated 2012, they kind of thought that they might go back quite soon. And then the decision was made that it's our embassy in Ankara that will take care of consular services. A little bit difficult when you kind of think that a Lebanese person, a Lebanese that you want to go to Finland, you need visa and you have to travel to Ankara. So as soon as I started my work here, almost 3 years ago, I started to definitely ask Finland that we need to start the consular services here in Beirut. It took 2 years.
For preparation?
It took 2 years, and I have to say that it might be that I have now less friends in Helsinki than before, because I was really fighting. But now,
yes,
I won the fight. I'm very happy, my colleagues are happy, because now we can help ordinary Lebanese.
You always win your fights, by the way.
I don't like to fight. I mean, I'm 100% pacifist.
Yes.
But I mean, the idea is that now we can service ordinary Lebanese people. For example, I would like to see that there is more and more student exchange between our two countries.
Yes.
And now, when we have these services, the students can go and ask visa in Beirut. And of course, also it's easier now to help Finns, for example, when they come to Beirut, if they lose the passport. So yes, it's a normal tool, and finally we have all the tools in our toolkit.
What is the most inspiring thing about you being the ambassador of Finland to Lebanon?
I mean, listen, when it comes to Lebanon, everything is inspiring for me in this country. But of course, you know that I want to help the Lebanese people. There are a lot of people who need help, and I'm not quite happy. I'm happy with the programs that we are running here in Lebanon to help, for example, the kids, to help minorities, to try to promote gender equality. And I have been able to meet wonderful Lebanese people through these projects. So that is already something that you can also, you see the results, and you can see that you have done something that is appreciated. But of course, I mean, you know, when I don't work, I mean, I love to swim here. I almost every Sunday I go for hiking. So Lebanon is a country that there is always new things to explore. I have been coming to this country 35 years.
You have visited a lot of touristic spots.
Yeah, and not only touristic spots. I mean, I have been everywhere, remote corners. You know, when I go for hiking, we go to very remote corners. And you know, I love the sea. I mean, when coming from Finlanda, we love the sea, we love the sun. I'm always saying that the best summer is here in Lebanon.
Yes.
And the country is wonderful. The food is wonderful. So
you have been doing a lot of projects. Really, you are a very active ambassador. What is the area, or what are the areas that have been very sensitive to you, or you found that you have to make a lot of efforts just to fill the gap or to help more Lebanese?
I mean, I think that it's kind of easy for me to answer. It's gender. It's gender. There is so much to be done when it comes to women's position. Lebanon is a very modern country, and I have to say that I was surprised when I started my work, when I realized that there are only 8 female members of the parliament, and I think that you have to understand that, and also, you know, the problem is that only a bit more than 20% of Lebanese women are part of the workforce. And I think that if you think that when women are part of workforce, you know that also creates a lot of added value, that creates, that makes Lebanon's economy better. Finland was a very poor country after the Second World War, and I think that one of the secrets of Finlanda is that women, since the early beginning, have been part of our society. Mm-hmm. They have been part when it comes to political decision making, and of course when it comes to economical issue. And of course Lebanon is a patriarchal country. We cannot deny.
Yes.
And it takes time to change. But as I already said, and I like to say is that women are agents of change. And I see that I have met so wonderful women everywhere in Lebanon, and I really think that they are
you
real
are a
agent
wonderful
of change.
ambassador. You are a wonderful ambassador. Sheikh Anne, what's your message to the audience, Lebanese audience? Less than 2 minutes by the end of our interview.
What is my message to Lebanese audience? My message to the Lebanese audience is that be proud of yourself. You are wonderful people. You have a wonderful country that you have to take care of. And also, one of my message is that I really hope from the bottom of my heart that peace will remain in this part of the world.
I have tears in my eyes. Thank you for your message.
شكرا كثير.
شكرا, Sheikh Ambassador Anne, for being with us today until we meet again for sure.
Merci Joël.
Thank you for your time.
Welcome to Finland.
Thank you so much. مشاهدينا فاصل صغير ونرجع لكم.